Just a second. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Welcome to the 69th meeting of the Globetrotters Toastmasters Club. Now, this club, a very young club, has been doing something very amazing and has been achieving something great from the last 2 to 3 years. Now, welcome all to the 69th meeting of that auspicious club, and thank you so much for joining in. Let's I officially start the meeting, and let's have a nice round of applause for that. So, uh, I am Aniruddha Godai. I am the SA or the Sergeant in Arms for today's meeting. So before we start the meeting, let me lay some ground rules for the meeting. Okay. First up, please do not keep turning on and off your video. I would encourage you to keep your video off if you are not speaking, and please put yourself on mute. Whenever you are speaking, please try to keep your video on, and do not write anything inappropriate in the chat box. Please try to keep your phone on silent or on switched off mode. That's it for the ground rules. Now, Toastmasters is a place where we learn leadership, where we learn to become better speakers and better leaders ourselves. So, as leaders, we also need to make sure to keep some ground rules. For example, we do not speak about sex, religion, and politics in a derogatory manner. And please make sure not to say anything insulting to someone else. Thank you. And that is all from me. Now, let me introduce you to a very humble person, a great energizing leader, someone who has been a marketing professional for over 2 decades, someone who has been the energy and the life, I would say, of our club. Like, no matter how difficult or how busy he gets, he would always make sure to join the meeting right at the right time, no matter how difficult it is for him. And also, it doesn't matter where he is. He will always pick up the call whenever you call him, wherever you call him. He will pick up the call and he will always help you. Please give a big round of applause for the president of the Globetrotters Toastmasters Club and the presiding officer for today's meeting, Toastmaster Mrinal Kranti Ghosh. The e-podium
Thank
is
you.
all yours.
Thank you, Aniruddha. Please unmute yourself and clap for Toastmaster Aniruddha. Thank you for your kind words. And I think it's time for us to leap up in the next stage in Toastmasters. So now onwards, we'll decide that we'll share our own story, why we are joined Toastmaster and whether we are able to catalyze in our life or not. So that's important. Anything new, already added value or not, whether we are lead to the next level or not. So that is important. So with that note, actually, I'll just want interaction mode is better. I think is always better. So anything. So I'll connect with first Anirudh only. Anything from your side, Anirudh?
I guess I have already said this countless times, but Toastmasters has really transformed me into a better person, to be honest. I barely started Toastmasters when I got a found a new confidence in myself, and I applied for a job as a teacher. And fast forward to 9 months later, 9 months later, I now teach more than 100 students each day, and overall I have a student strength of more than maybe 1500, 2000. So like someone me from the last 1 year, I could not have imagined being this capable of speaking to someone who I don't even know, leave alone a class of maybe 30, 40, 50 students. And nowadays it's more like a second nature to me. In fact, if I don't get to take classes daily, it eats me away. So this confidence in myself and being able to actually deliver on that confidence is something I found on Toastmasters. And also it has made me a better speaker, actually a better listener. So whenever giving speeches, or maybe let's say for today I'm the sergeant at arms, so I have to speak, right? So these incidents actually make me speak a lot. And whenever I'm not speaking, I have to listen to I get to listen to different stories of different people, whoever is giving the speeches. So that also transforms my mind and my thinking capability as well. I think that is how different stories and different lives of different people who are joining Toastmasters has actually made me a better person.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing your transformation journey, Toastmaster. I think that is important. Why I'm asking, you are right now live to our next level for your career. Now I'm coming to Toastmaster Hannah. Toastmaster Hannah, I know that you are Toastmaster for a long, long time, and you already create a benchmark. And I can see your energy level nowadays also. So what motivates you, or what catalysts you? Hannah, am I audible?
Yes, good afternoon or good morning.
Yeah.
Please just repeat your question, Renal.
So my question is, you are a Toastmaster for long, long time. And Tiwal, you are such a passionate Toastmaster. So what your suggestion to new generation? Why people should join Toastmaster, and what benefit they will get from Toastmaster?
Wow, there are so many benefits for Toastmasters, definitely, which I have learned. First of all, it's I have been very impatient in my younger days, very, how shall I put it, erratic, etc. And with Toastmasters, you mellow down, definitely. You can't just talk what you want to talk. You have to think before you talk. And that is the main thing that I have learned in Toastmasters. I was very spontaneous. Wow, if something didn't fit me, I answered. Now you have to think before you talk. And that is definitely, and especially also these ums and ahs that I have cut out of my speeches. Totally. I don't use them anymore. And that is definitely the thing, communication and leadership, what you learn in Toastmasters. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your valuable suggestions. So why we discuss about this? I think that is important. How you catalyze your life to becoming a better version of yourself. That's important. So I'm just talking about only one concept from Stephen Covey books, the 7 habits of highly effective people. So one of the concepts just I want to discuss with all of you. Regarding across the globe, we can find two kinds of peoples. One is circle of influence and another is circle of concern. Who are circle of influence? Who always motivate and always create a positive vibe among us. So that we can find in our surrounding areas also, whether in our corporate world, student life, or maybe in our family life also. So onus on us how we create that. So better, I think we should create a long chain of positive vibraness, circle of influence we always create. If you create that, any organization bounce back to be success. No one can stop that. I know the concern with that circle of concern is this kind of people or this kinds of always take a negative feedback among them. Although if their number is less than 10% also, they can damage the entire organization. So you have to weigh out, like one, get back them into circle of influence or positive vibrance, or maybe you can kick off. So in Toastmaster or even as a good leader, as a servant leader, it always suggests that try to convert them into circle of influence. If you create 10 positive peoples in your group and there are 2 negative peoples, it's 100%. 100% is all about practical concept. Those 2% will convert into positive mindset only. So our onus on us, how we can create a positive mindset people surrounding us. So with that note, actually, will share with another people who is already a today Toastmaster of the day, what kind of positive awareness she is creating across the globe. So just Dr. Gayatri Desmo, so DTM, stress anxiety management coach, and also meditation practitioner. She joined Toastmaster in September 2020, just not even completed 3 years. She was district finalist in international speech contest in District 91, which comes under UK. 2021-2022, she was table topics area champions in District 41. She is immediate past president of Kolkata Advanced Club. She has been BP Education for an advanced club and a global club. She is currently serving as the area K3 director in District 124. And Toastmaster Gayatri is doing a fabulous job right now. She is connected throughout global. She, even last few days, I can see she already connected with the international president and also world champion finalist in these days and doing a fabulous job. So before start of the meeting, I just urge you, please share your journey in Toastmaster and what motivates you doing such kind of job in Toastmaster. So DTM Gayatri, stage is all yours. Please share your transformation journey with us also.
Thank you so much, Mr. Presiding Officer. First of all, my apologies. For some reason, I am unable to switch on my camera. There is some technical glitch, but it's just as the I have learned is it doesn't matter what the glitches are, the show must go on. So it doesn't matter if my camera doesn't work, it doesn't my laptop crashed. It doesn't matter what is keeping me. There's always an option. There is always a way around everything. My dear fellow Toastmasters and guests, what is the value of 7.5 United States dollars to a Toastmaster? What do you think is the value of 7.5 USD to a Toastmaster? Would anybody like to share their thoughts? Yes, I can see Sushmita. She has raised her hand. Yes, Sushmita, please tell.
Good morning, everyone. Hello, everyone. Again, same problem for me. My laptop camera is not working for past couple of weeks. So I was joining from mobile, but as today I am the timer, so I had to join from laptop. Let me come to the point, that value of $7.5. I will tell you about just last week's experience of mine. Every day I pick and drop my daughter to school. Then there is a group of mothers who keeps talking for 5 to 10 minutes. Few are working, few are not working. Last week, one housewife, she told me, the way you speak, I likes you. And I have seen from your status, you are in Toastmaster. What is that? And she also want to join after listening. I explained her everything, like what we do. Then she told me that she is interested because she likes me, the way I walk, the way I speak, everything. So that's like, I felt like heavenly. Okay, wow, amazing. I know I was not in this position before 1 week. So I think that's the value that I am getting in return from that $7.5. Thank you, and over to you, DTM Gayatri.
Thank you so much, Sushmita, for sharing that. Yes, the value of 7.5 USD for a Toastmaster is indeed a lot more than just 7.5 USD. It is all about growth, investing in the self-growth, and rediscovering ourselves. Would someone else like to share what is the value of 7.5 USD to a fellow Toastmaster? Okay, we don't have anybody raising their hand. So let me tell you a little bit more about these 7.5 USD. When we joined Toastmasters International, and since the month at the doorstep, we all talk about renewables. Every 6 months, every Toastmaster invests in the journey towards self-growth by paying 45 USD to Toastmasters International, which effectively comes to 7.5 USD every month, which means that it is roughly 650 Indian rupees that we are investing in ourselves. What is the value of those 650 rupees for any Indian? A large pizza, a movie ticket, a coffee outing with friends. 650 rupees, when we look at it, it's not a big amount, but that is the amount which becomes big for us when we become Toastmasters, because as Toastmasters, it adds value to all of our journeys. I will segregate it, I will dissect it even further as we move forward, because Toastmasters meetings are divided into 3 segments: prepared speeches, table topic, and general evaluation segment. In prepared speeches segment, we will have prepared speakers who will deliver a speech they have prepared beforehand. In table topic segment, it will be an opportunity for everyone to attempt and improve their impromptu speaking skills. So that is something I'll let the table topics master tell you more about. And general evaluation segment, well, let me call upon the general evaluator for today to share with us everything about his role and how, and also introduce us to his team. Please help me welcome on stage our general evaluator for today, Dave Goyal. Dave, over to you.
Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Gayatri Deshmukh, for having me on the stage. So, ladies and gentlemen, evaluation is also the breakfast of champions in Toastmasters. In an evaluation segment, we come to know about our good things of the meeting and also our shortcomings, so that we can go back and look upon our shortcomings and obviously be a better version of ourselves. Now, since it is a task and I am not capable of doing it alone, so I have a team of evaluators, of tag role players who will help me out throughout the meeting in creating the impact in all of your lives. To do that, I have a tag role players of 3 teams. That is starting off with the timer. I have Toastmaster Shushmita, who will be taking forward as the timer's role. Can we have the role explanation from you, Toastmaster Shushmita?
Good morning once again. I'm sorry for not able to come on camera. As we all know, we need to renew our membership, and that also had a certain time frame. So everything in our world is time bound. We have to complete our meeting within time. So I will tell how can we do that. The 3 segments our TMOD has talked about, like prepared speech, table topic, and general evaluation. So prepared speeches, we will have mostly 5 to 7 minute speeches. It may vary. If it is a 5 to 7 minute speech, I will show the timer card so that you are on time. Let me share my screen. If it is a 5 to 7 minute speech, I will share my green card on. Hope you all are able to view the screen. Yeah. On mid time, I will show the yellow card, and on maximum time, I will share the screen of the red card. I will show the red card, and we will have a grace period of 30 seconds in the bottom and the upper side. But red card, I will keep continuing to show that. When it's come to table topic is for 1 to 2 minutes. So I will show the green card at 1 minute, yellow card at 1.5 minutes, red card on 2 minutes. There will be grace period only on the upper side. For evaluation of the speakers, it is 2 to 3 minutes. So green card I will show at 2 minutes, yellow card on 2.5 minutes, and red card on 3 minutes. Again, there will be a grace period of 30 seconds. So thank you, and over to you, Mr. General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shushmita, for letting us know how you would help us time the prepared speeches and the table topics and evaluation. Moving forward with the next role player, we have someone whom I fear a lot, but genuinely speaking, there's a lot to learn from this person. Who is the R counter for today? Will be played by Toastmaster Priyesh. Can we have the role explanation from you, Toastmaster Priyesh?
Thank you, new evaluator. Good morning, everyone. This is Toastmaster Priyesh from KTM, and I am the R counter for the day. As the R counter, I will note words and sounds that are used as clutch or fillers by the speakers. During the meeting, I will listen to the clutch words such as and, well, but, so, and you know. I will also listen for filler sounds such as and I will note when a speaker repeats a phrase that is not needed and long or short pauses. I will give my report when called upon by the speaker evaluator. Thank you and over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Priyesh, for a crisp explanation of your role. Moving forward with the Renan Martin of the meeting, the grammarian for today's meeting, who will be played by Toastmaster Madhusudan. Toastmaster Madhusudan.
Good morning, General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters, and guests. As a grammarian, it is my duty to pay close attention to all the speakers and role players, and also to the language usage. I will take note of any incorrect usage of grammar as well as good sayings, thoughts. As a grammarian, it is my responsibility to introduce the word of the day. For today's meeting, the word of the day is currency. I will also mention in the chat box for the benefit of all later on. For currency, meaning means the system of money in a particular country which is generally used. For example, I will make the sentence with word of the day. The currency that is different from home currency is called foreign currency. I request members, audience to use the word of the day throughout the speeches in which they deliver, and also request members or audience to show thumbs up or applause when word of the day is used during the course of the meeting. I will hand over my report when called upon by the General Evaluator. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Madhusudan, for your role explanation. Now, as you rightly said, kindly help us with the word of the day in the chat box so that we can use it a lot of times in today's meeting. With that, the role of the general evaluator and role of each of the tag role players has started right from the Sergeant at Arms entry, and it will go on till the Toastmaster of the day hands back the podium to me. Till then, sit back and enjoy the meeting with our wonderful Toastmaster of the day, distinguished Toastmaster Gayatri. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Mr. General Evaluator. What is the currency for every Toastmaster? It is the evaluation they exchange with each other. Evaluations form the base of any Toastmasters meeting. And one reason why Toastmasters keep on reinvesting in themselves year after year, year after year, year after year, is because they always get that one tip to become a better version of themselves. For past 1 month, I have been fortunate to speak to people from across the globe, leaders from across the globe, champions from across the globe. I got an opportunity to meet the Toastmasters who have been Toastmasters for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, even 40 years. And I asked them all, what is that one thing that keeps you with Toastmasters? And they say, it's growth. 1997 world champion of public speaking, Willie Jones. What were half of you doing in 1997? I was in school, not even an adult. What were you all doing? Just think about that for a moment. Yes, that not even born, Dave. And Willie Jones was world champion then. And when I met him a couple of days ago, and I asked him about it, he told me that he invited us for his club's meeting. So that is what we have, the world champions who reached the peak of their communications journey and still they came back. So ladies and gentlemen, let us now help our team members to move forward. Please help me welcome on stage evaluator for our first prepared speaker to read out the speech objective. Please help me welcome on stage Toastmasters V2. Sorry, Jay Agarwal. Sorry, my mistake. Please help me welcome on stage first evaluator for today to evaluate the first speech for the day, Toastmaster Jay Agarwal.
Thank you, Madam. Distinguished Toastmaster Gayatri Deshmukh. Today's Speaker 1, Pooja Mehta, will be delivering from the pathway innovative.
It's not Mehta, it's Pooja Mohta, M-O-H-T.
Okay, sorry. Pooja Mehta will be delivering from pathways innovative planning level 1 project 3, and the purpose of the speech is for the member to learn or review basic research method and present a well-organized, well-researched speech on any topic. So all the best. Looking forward to a great speech. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Mr. Evaluator. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome on stage our first prepared speaker for today. Pooja Mahta, Clothing Life. Clothing Life, Pooja Mahta.
Can I start?
Yes, please.
Is it visible? Can you hear my voice?
Yes, you are audible and visible.
Okay. I'm start. Do you know how clothing came in the world? Who has invented the clothes? The first human who invented the clothing was Neanderthal man, who survived around 2 lakh BCE to about 3 lakh BCE. They lived in northern area of Europe and Asia. Good morning, my fellow Toastmaster and my dear guests. Do you know who made the clothes first? How they used to cover their body? They used to cover their body with animal fur, skin, grasses, leaves, and bones to sew, and they wear it. It was about 30 years back, and the first cloth made was tunic. In India, the Indus Valley civilization, who made the clothes with the cotton. The first cotton, the first cotton were introduced over there. The sperm woven and dyed, and the women wear the sari. The first cloth in India was ikat and hand woven. The different clothes material were used like silk, cotton, wool, polyester. Like this, many types of material of fabric were used. Few years back, people used to sit at home and then they purchase. They used to call the clothier and then they make the purchasing and they bring the bunch of clothes and see the things. They look at the material and they work and then they purchase. After some time, people go outside and then they purchase. They look at the material, piece, cloth, and they purchase. Few years back, again the trend changed. People used to go outside and purchase the thing. They want to look modern. They used to go malls and boutiques. They look at the movies and then they want to buy the similar type of clothes that what the hero heroine are wearing. They want to wear look like that. And same with the serial. People look at the serial and they want to wear that type of clothes. The trend changes every day. After a few years, the trend changes and they want to look more modern. They used to go boutique, malls, and everywhere, many where places. They used to look at the thing and they want to purchase. They look like want to look more different. People used to wear funky clothes. They women used to give their sari when then change the color and they sometimes transfer the work of the sari and they want to look more new clothes, make variety of clothes. They use mismatched clothes to wear. After a few years, people used to go out for a mall, market, or anywhere else. They used to buy the things from there. They used to think that we should buy from online also. They used to buy the things from online like Facebook, WhatsApp, Mintra, and Meso, and many more sites. Uh, after some years, the lockdown came. People were completely helpful and they used to sit at home. They were completely dependent on online. They used to buy all the things at online like Facebook, Snapdeal, Myntra, Agio, and many more sites. They can't even go outside. After on that time, the revenue of the Myntra was around 25 crores. You never imagine. And the revenue of Amazon was around 7 crores. The revenue of uh, Meso was around 3 crores. Like this, they, they used to buy the things at that time. The train changes. People used to go outside. Like that time also, they used to sit and buy the things from social media. They were comfortable with going outside and purchasing from online. One time I remember an incident happened with me. I bought a cloth, I bought my gown from the shop. It was around 3,500 and the same, it was not so heavy. And I bought it that from the sitting at home and it was around 2000 but it was not so heavy also. So the difference makes from online and from home. And after lockdown was over, people used to go outside or they bought from home and online. But sometimes this happened that they used to buy the things online and but in online we cannot see the quality of the product which we are getting. We are getting a bad quality or sometimes a defective piece. We cannot see the quality which we are getting. So guys, be careful. Hope you understand the thing go by going outside and purchasing it from our home. So guys, look at the things and buy. Don't be in hurry. Guys, what are your views? Thank you and over to you, the evaluator.
Thank you so much for that. I mean, it was such a heart-touching speech, wasn't it? Ladies and
Sorry?
gentlemen, this is Toastmaster of the Day. Uh, yes, Pooja, you wanted to say something?
No.
Okay. So after that heart-touching speech, let us move on to our next prepared speaker for today. But before we call upon our next prepared speaker, please help me welcome on stage evaluator for the second speech today to please read out the speech objectives. Please help me welcome on stage Toastmaster Sweetie.
Thank you, DTM Gayatri, Toastmaster of the day. Good morning, everyone. Good morning to all the Toastmasters and my dear guests. I will be evaluating Toastmaster Rahul Prasad. He is giving his level 4 project 2 speech in presentation mastery, which is for 5 to 7 minutes. The purpose of this project is for the member to practice the skills needed to effectively use public relations strategy for any groups or situation and share some aspect of his public relations strategy. Toastmaster Rahul, I wish you all the best, and over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome on stage our second prepared speaker for today, Rahul Prasad Tiwari, a captivating personality. A captivating personality, Rahul Prasad Tiwari.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, and also a very warm gratitude to our evaluator, Toastmaster Sweetie. Have you ever visited RT office to get a driving license? Anyone from the audience? Great. I also did that. Good morning, fellow Toastmaster and dear guests. A captivating personality. Captivating personality, you saw it, your mind got captivated by that personality. And let me share you what public relation is. A public relation is a kind of positive public image of a person you build for a company. You build a bridge between a company, your company, like someone is working for a company and there is another customer. So the relation between that company with your company, it directly depends on you also, the kind of behavior, the relations which you have with that company, with that person, the way you behave. So all these kind of things are directly impacts public relation. It's, in short, it's the kind of bridge where you, your company, and the third person who are directly involved in a loop exchange thoughts, businesses. That's why public relations come into play. When I was in my college, let me share you some of my stories which I had applied during my college and in my working professionals. There was a short story when was in my third year in college. I got hunger because I was bunking my class, so I go towards canteen and I asked, Auntie, is there anything to have? Yeah, she told me, yeah, we are having. So what would you like to have? I told them sandwich. Okay, she told, okay, wait for 10 minutes, I'll get back to you. Okay, fine. I was scrolling my phone and then suddenly she came, sir, here is your sandwich. Okay, thank you. When I saw sandwich and when I paid for the sandwich, it was this. Just 2 slices of sandwich and the rupees was 30 rupees on it was 2019. So I think it is very costly for me. So what my mind, I tackle my mind, should I do some tactics to get more? Then what I did, when I paid her, I told, Auntie, sandwich was very much tasty and I was so much hungry, so it satisfied me. But sometimes it felt me, it was a one slice was not there. I think it should be 3 slices instead of 2. Then she smiled, okay, and that's all went on. Again, after 2 or 3 days, I again went on same. Auntie, would you have sandwich? Then she told me yes. Okay, wait for 10 minutes. I again waited for 10 minutes. Then when I go there to collect sandwich, then what I saw, 1, 2, 3 slices of sandwich, and then I was happy. Yeah, it worked. I ate it, and again I asked her name. Auntie, what is your name? From where you belong? She told me, my name is Sunita. I am from Satna Riva. Oh, great. So that was the relation I built. and each and every time when I go, I get something extra. If she's not like she's giving some Maggie, so she's a full of bowl, I get extra. Why? Because of the relation. I was genuinely interested her to know what is her name, what about their family. So to be a better public relation management, you should be a genuinely interested in the person, greet them. So this was the first anecdote. And the second anecdote, short story was my college gate guard, Mr. Brijraj Singh. He was from Bhopal only. Whenever I entered in my college, I say, "Good morning, Brijraj Bhaiya." He told, "Good morning, sir." Daily, I just walk with my college gate and I greet him every day. But suddenly one day, what was happening? My sessionals was going on, and I was not forget to greet Brijraj Bhaiya, and I was with my professor. So I was just on my phone and going on with my professor. So he greeted me, "Good morning, Rahul Bhaiya," and I said, "Good morning, Brijraj Bhaiya." We pass on, and after a while, my professor, "Rahul, you got fame." Why, sir? Gate security guards know your name and your branch also. So I smiled and thank you, sir. So this was the thing. No matter at what position, at what point you are, you must greet, respect each and every person you met, because that create a strong bond between you and the person you met. So these were the short stories I had applied during my college and professional life to get a stronger public relationship. And also day by day, when I have to approach a new person, when I am going to meet with a new person, generally what I do, 6 to 7 tips I just jotted down before meeting with them. Like, I will call them his or her by name. I will greet them. I will listen them. If they are speaking, I will just listen patiently. Okay, okay, all right. So uh, that is currency for them. These tips are the currency for me to enhance my public relation strategy, and also to get success in my career. And also, I genuinely interested in the person, what he's saying. If he's getting some not good conditions, not good times, then I listen patiently. And if he or she asks, "Could you suggest me something so that I can get better?" So I did the same. And also, I allowed their achievements publicly. But if there is any correction, I go directly to them and told them, "This is a correction, you can do it and you get better." So I also apply this technique. And whenever I meet them, I make them feel important, that you are the important personality, you are an eminent person, you have your own aura and everything. So I make them feel important. That's make me a good public relation. And whenever I go there, just people get connected by default, because I'm practicing this from 2 to 3 years old. And the quote which I apply to myself for all and maintaining the public relations strategy is: smile, greet, communicate, repeat. That's all from my side. Over to Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much for that wonderful speech. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the most awaited segment of any Toastmasters meeting. Please help me welcome on stage our table topics master for today. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Arindam. Table topics master, time to take the virtual stage.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Gayatri, for that humble welcome. I feel honored. Now, before starting to think on feet, let us show each other's faces. And I would request everyone to at least keep your videos on so that we can make this session interactive. So, coming to the table topic session, before starting the session, I feel really happy and honored to be the table topic master for today. As a table topic master, I'd like to provide with some norms before continuing on this session. The norms are that in a table topic session, either you can be cold called by me, that is my prerogative, or you can raise your hand virtually and I can call them for a wonderful session. Now, being a speaker of a table topic, you'll have 1 to 2 minutes on your hand with a minimum time of 1 minute you need to speak, and you have the upper and lower limits accordingly. Now, the guests are allowed to choose a topic. If they do not like, they have a choice once that they can choose, whereas for the speakers, they are not allowed to do so. I mean, they can be given the topic that I like and they need to continue with that. There's no so minimum you need to like speak for 2 minutes in this session. So just with the jargons, I believe. Now I would need 7 hands to continue with this session. Toastmaster Abhishek is prompt as always. And but I just don't need Toastmaster Abhishek. I need more hands along with him. I need more enthusiasm like him. Okay.
Grammarian TM Toastmaster Madhusudan also raised his hand.
Yeah, I have seen. So before starting today's topic, I would like to inform you all, like a spoiler alert, that it's a mixed bag. I have chosen topics that are totally disconnected from each other, but you need to like choose from them and then speak accordingly as given by a topic. So since Toastmaster Abhishek, as prompt as always, has raised his hand first, I'd like to give him the opportunity first. So Toastmaster Abhishek, I won't go by the norm today as I used to, like you choose a number and all. Forget it. I would give you 6 topics. And the topics is pets, PETS pets, money, cartoons, virtual meets, self, time, and heartbreak. I hope you have got the 6 topics. You need to choose which topic you want to speak from, and then I will give you your topic. Shall I repeat?
Cartoon.
Cartoon. Okay. So in cartoon, Toastmaster Abhishek, the topic is, what are the benefits of watching cartoons? What are the benefits of watching cartoons, Toastmaster Abhishek?
Don't we have seen cartoons or the animes since our childhoods? We as a kids have been fond of cartoons, and now I am seeing my kids watching the same. Good morning, table topic master, dear Toastmasters and guests. There are a lot of benefits from cartoons. There are harmful things as well, but I would be recommending the benefits. Fact is, cartoons are the source of entertainment, a distraction from the mundane life of a student who are always busy with studies. As Virus Viru Sahasrabuddhi in 3 Idiots said, life is a race and you have to be first to become the leader. The schools and colleges have followed it religiously. And cartoons gives the students a break. My kid's school bus comes at around 6 o'clock in the morning and he returns back home at 5. So almost 11 hours he is outside home. And he needs a break. So as soon as he comes in, he watches cartoons. And that releases the pressure which he faced in the entire day. And he can focus on his studies after that. But as a parent, I have to be sure that he is watching the correct cartoons, the ones who are going to give them the entertainment, as well as the ones who are going to teach them some lessons. There are certain cartoons which have abusive languages, which have some actions, some fight scenes. I try to make them avoid seeing those. The ones like Doraemon, the famous cartoon of the current generation, where Nobita, the character, has been shown as a very dull person who needs help of Doraemon in doing everything. I try to make him listen that this is not the fact. As a parent, we have to make sure that the kids watch cartoons which enlightens them and entertain. What do you think, tabletop?
Of course. And why just kids? I mean, everybody should watch cartoons, and this is not just a cliche. I mean, we as working professionals, sometimes we are also bogged down by things, and watching cartoons, as trivial they might be, actually help us cool off. And that is the need of the hour sometimes, to de-stress ourselves from whatever life puts us to. Now, I had seen Toastmaster Madhusudan with another enthusiastic raise of hands. To Toastmaster Madhusudan, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir, you will have to choose from topics that include pets, money, virtual meets, self, time, and heartbreak.
Time.
Time. So, Toastmaster Madhusudan, your topic is, how many extra hours do you need in a day and why? How many extra hours do you need in a day and why? Toastmaster Madhusudan.
Almighty has given 24 hours in a day to all, whether young or old, whether handsome or beautiful, whether big or small. So it is for the individual to use the given time of 24 hours in a productive way. I feel 8 hours we should allocate for our work and for earning, and 8 hours for rest and recuperation, and 8 hours in other activities. So allotted time will be 24 hours. If we can make use of it, it will be more productive. Since the of time available for productive use will help us to improve our own self. If we are happy, we can make others happy. So extra hours we don't need. The time given is sufficient, and time is money, the currency which we normally use for day-to-day transactions. That's all. Over to you.
Wonderfully said, Toastmaster Madhusudan. The priceless currency that we have is time indeed. And it all burns down to time management at the end. We all have 24 hours, so it's ridiculous to talk that wish we have more hours. What is necessary is actually to utilize those 24 hours to the optimum, so that we feel like even after working for long, it feels like we have worked less and we have so many hours in our hand. So I know I have been sounding a less energetic today. I have come home after some long weekend travel due to some work, but then I see people are somehow getting less energetic. I need 5 more hands. Come on, people. 5 more hand raises. Since I'm joining from my mobile, perhaps I'm not seeing the hand raises, or is it that nobody has raised their hand? Come on. Or it will be my prerogative to call upon. I can see a guest Shrishti Mukherjee. Would you like to indulge in a table topic? Guest Shrishti Mukherjee. Am I audible to everyone?
Yeah, you are.
Yes,
Yes,
Arindam.
Kunal. Yes, Kunal.
Yes, Arindam. Srishti Mukherjee guest and Rahul Tiyari has also raised his hand. And I will like to go if anyone is not raising, but I will be off camera.
Okay. So let us call Rahul Prasad Tiwari, the wonderful speaker. First of all, congratulations. That was a wonderful speech, at least from my side. You have spoken really well. So now ready for another style of speaking, I believe. Are you ready, Toastmaster
Yes.
Rahul? So you need to choose from a topic that includes pets, money, virtual meet, self, or heartbreak.
I'll go for pets.
Okay. Your topic is a bit quirky. Toastmaster Rahul, if you had a pet dragon, how would your life be? If you had a pet dragon, how would your life be, Toastmaster Rahul?
Thank you, Toastmaster Arindam. If I have a pet like dragon, what my life would be? I can feel like flying and all over the sky and watching what people are doing and just like surveillance kind of thing. And also, I was when I shared that I go for pets, then definitely I was saying that there would be a horse, lion, these kind of pets would be there, but it came out be so beyond my thinking. So dragon, nothing, and also don't have much idea about dragon, but what I have watching movies and videos that those who are having dragons, they just sit over the dragon and just fly and watching. Okay, they are doing that. He is doing this. She is doing this. So these kind of just they are watching, and whenever they see their enemy, just boom like fire, and like a freely mind of people who just watching their those who are friends, good morning, and those who are enemies, just boom like a fire. So I will be like this only with my pet. That's all from my side. Over to Toastmaster Arindam.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rahul. And yeah, everyone has seen how in films and TV series people ride a dragon, but don't do that in real life, even if you have a dragon, because then in India at least, people will slam you with cases of rights to privacy because you can't talk upon people like that. So, Madam Timer, you told that you want to indulge in a table topic, but you don't want to be seen. Maybe you're doing something secretive like a raw agent. Doesn't matter as long as you speak. Toastmaster Shushmita, are you ready?
Yes, can someone count the time? Else I have to do.
Yes, I'll do.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Nina.
So Toastmaster Shushmita has already written she wants to steal a bank vault. Don't tell that to a banker. We have a lot of ego. So coming to the topics, you need to speak on pets, money, virtual meet. Pardon me. You need to speak on money, virtual meet, self, or heartbreak.
A virtual meet?
Virtual meet. Toastmaster Shushmita, your topic is public speaking on Zoom. Like it or hate it? Public speaking on Zoom, like it or hate it? Toastmaster Shushmita.
Do you hate? Do you like? Hi, always in black and white. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. We always make things on two sides, either black and white, hate or love. Why not it gray? Public speaking, yeah, it's kind of difficult when it's come on virtual medium. Like today, I am facing some technical glitches. Also, our Toastmaster of the day, you are not able to see my expression. You are not able to see my hand gestures. But why not to listen to me when I am telling something? I'm going to tell my experiences. So we'll have some hurdles and struggles, but still I'm getting this opportunity. There is a meeting going on. I know every Sunday morning, 10:30 a.m. in Lake Town, which is near to my home. But it is very difficult me to attend that, as I have my family, my daughter. I need to spend time with her. I need to teach her when she has her final exam. She is having maths exam tomorrow. So now she is sitting beside me doing her maths, and I am telling her what to do, what not to do. And I am here making sure you are delivering your speech on time, as well as I am able to speak during table topic session. I'm not missing anything. So what do you think? So is it is great, good, or bad? Do you love or hate? I really like when we all IT industry is working virtually for last 2 and 3 years. I really love it, be it a public speaking and anything. So virtual also has its pros and cons. Offline also has its pros and cons. So utilize whatever you can. What do you think, table topic master?
Obviously, nothing is ideal, but before that, congratulations, Toastmaster Sushmita, especially on being a Wonder Woman. And yeah, you are a Wonder Woman, teaching someone and then preaching someone is a table topic. So wonderfully said. And yes, virtual or offline both have its pros and cons. All you need to do is to think smartly as to what mode or medium you're comfortable at and what mode or medium you'd like to indulge yourself in. With that, I'd like to call upon the PO, the evaluator 3, and whatnot. Our presiding officer, Toastmaster Mrinal, with his genuine smile, to the e-podium. So are you ready, Toastmaster Mrinal?
Yes, I'm
There
ready.
are just 3 topics left. So from those 3 topics, it includes money, self, and heartbreak.
Money.
That's how a marketer should talk. Money. So Toastmaster Mrinal, your topic is, does wisdom give you wealth or wealth gives you wisdom? Toastmaster Mrinal. Toastmaster Mrinal, does wisdom gives you wealth or does wealth give you wisdom?
Well, so I believe in vice versa. Both are interconnected, wisdom as well as wealth. The thing is that which thing you want to choose first, that is important. And that depends upon situation to situation. What I think is important, what you want to achieve in your life. And that you need to segregate it into 3 parts: short term, mid term, and long term. Why I'm telling that? Because you should segregate that, whether you're wealth or maybe wisdom. So that's important why I'm telling that. Why both are interconnected. Whatever we want to achieve in your life, thing is that I personally believe, so I think wealth is very much important. Why? If you want to success in your life, this parameter will comes in your life, and it is very critical moment. And how you use that, what are the process you want to follow, that's important. Normally in such cases, actually I just follow a model called MTRR. Means how should I measure, target, review, and reflection of my wealth or maybe wisdom. So that depends upon with timeline. That's important. So that's exactly I'm doing right now. I have some specific target. So whatever dream I have, so that I need to achieve that. And for achieve that, I just follow some certain rules and regulation, some discipline in your life. Then that's why actually I'm telling you, both are very much interconnected, wealth as well as wisdom. What do you suggest, Toastmaster, table topic master Arindam?
True. I do echo with you on that matter. Both are interrelated because even my father say, if you have wisdom, wealth is a byproduct. And if you have wealth, you need to have wisdom in your pockets. Otherwise, in a day, you can come on roads. So coming to the last speaker, going by the paucity of time, we have Toastmaster Pooja raising her hand for long. So Toastmaster Pooja, are you ready?
Yeah.
You'll have two topics to choose from, either self or heartbreak. Self or heartbreak? Which one?
Heartbreak.
Okay, appropriate. So Toastmaster Pooja, your topic is, and I have heard this for a long time, especially women says this, and it is that a tub of ice cream and heartbreak. Is that really a thing, Toastmaster Pooja? A tub of ice cream and heartbreak. Is that really a thing? Shall I clarify it to you in an easier
Yeah,
term?
once, just repeat it once.
Okay. So your topic is people indulge in a lot of ice cream while they face heartbreak. Do you think, is it really true or is it just a cliche?
Yeah, it's true. People believe women are like ice cream. They are in so much trouble. They try to come up over the wrong things or things going wrong around them. They think they can come up with the bad things or something or the other, but they can't able to. They are engaged in their work so much they can't even take out the time for themselves. They have so much work. They are from the morning to the night. They are engaged in all of the works like morning works. Lots they have to do. When the kids come from home, they have to look after them. So they are engaged. They have to do their works. What the kids needs, their school works and work. The teacher gives school work which they are getting it from. We have to make them do that. But at night, they are engaged in there are lots of work. So then don't get the time to do their works. So they are engaged in that. They don't have the time for themselves also. Thank you and over to you. What do you say?
Thank you so much. Wonderfully spoken, Toastmaster Pooja. Yes, sometimes you need to indulge in yourself, even if you're feeling low, because only you can actually make yourself better. And that is the power you have in yourself. Thank you so much, everyone, to indulge in this wonderful table topic session. And I feel honored to be the table topic master. And with that, I would like to hand it over back to our Toastmaster of the day, distinguished Toastmaster Gayatri. Back to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Mr. Table Topics Master. Ladies and gentlemen, as you must have read in the chat, we have one more prepared speaker to go. But the agenda was planned to break the monotony. And now, my dear friends, we once again jump back to the prepared speech segment, wherein we will have another speech, which is a little different one. I'm going to let the speech evaluator explain the speech objectives. Please help me welcome on stage our third evaluator for the third prepared speech for today, President of the club, Mrinal Kanti Ghosh.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day, Gayatri. So today, my speaker, Toastmaster Pratibha, delivering speech from Pathway, Motivational Strategies, Level 2, Project 3. She was mentored by DTM Goda. The purpose of the project is for the member to clearly define how Toastmaster envisions mentoring. So for the benefit of the group, I also just read out the speech title of the speaker, A Ray of Hope. A Ray of Hope. Back to you, Toastmaster Gayatri.
Thank you so much, Mrinal. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome on stage our third prepared speaker for today.
Sorry, Toastmaster of the day, Gayatri. I just missed that time. Could you please?
It is a level 2 project, so 5 to 7 minutes.
5 to 7 minutes.
Oh, okay, good. Thank you.
Okay.
Please continue.
Our third prepared speaker for today, Pratibha Kolhe. A ray of hope. A ray of hope, Pratibha Kolhe.
Kindly confirm if I'm audible and visible.
Yes, you're audible and visible.
Okay. In a village, there lived two disciples who had a same guru. One day they were arguing over the topic whether a guru is necessity or not. One was talking for and one was talking against. One disciple said, Guru is absolutely important to enlighten your life. The other one said, why do we even need Guru if we have to do everything on ourselves? The next day, they had to go to some other place for work. They went to their Guru to seek permission to leave the village. And as there were two ways to reach the destination, the disciple who was for the Guru, he asked, Guru, where to go? Guru said, go straight. And that way was through a dense forest with wild animals and darkness. So the Guru insisted them to take a guide along with them so that the journey is safe. As insisted by Guru, these two disciples took along with a guide, and they traveled through that dense forest which had wild animals, and the way was not so clear. However, with the help of the guide, they could reach their destination safely. Once they reached, the disciple who was against the necessity of Guru understood on himself why Guru is necessary. No matter how a learned person is, if a guide be there, it is easier for him to cross the path without the obstructions of pitfalls and beasts. Very good evening, my fellow Toastmasters and dear guest. What, according to you, is a mentor? May I know from some of you?
So a mentor is someone who guides us, shows us the correct path, like what to do and how to do.
Exactly. A mentor is someone who always brings a hope inside you, said Oprah Winfrey. For me, an idea of a mentor kept changing as I grew up. And now, when I look back in time, there were many people who played a role of a mentor at some point of time. My first default mentor, my father. He was the one who understood that I could speak well because I used to recite poems and rhymes which he loved. He used to record my poems and rhymes on a tape recorder and made me rehearse so that I could do better and better. He helped me prepare for every speech I could give in a school for every possible occasion. Over a period of time, my teacher realized that I could speak well. She said, "Hey, you speak well. Let's try to participate in inter-school elocution competition." She worked equally hard with me and made me capable to participate in the competition, corrected me wherever it was necessary. These were two people in early stage of life who made me confident enough so that I could speak to people confidently. In the later stage of my career, I met many people, teachers, friends, who showed me a path towards where I wanted to lead so that I could reach it more easily. Last year, I joined Toastmasters. An idea of mentoring changed drastically when I joined Toastmasters. I was assigned to the first mentor, Toastmaster Mahima, absolute calm and composed person. When we had our first discussion, she made me understand how Toastmaster adds value to your life. She also explained me how mentoring would help my journey easier. When I wrote my first draft for the icebreaker speech, she was happy to read it. Of course, there were some points of improvement, but she made sure I stay motivated and also I make the corrections in my speech. For the very first time after a long period, I gave my speech. I was glad how everyone liked my speech and delighted from within how she as a mentor supported me in this taking step forward. She also helped me with few more projects, be it even taking auxiliary roles like our counter, grammarian, timer, and even how to perform the table topic session. With this, she also made me understand how these roles would help me in my professional life. However, we could not continue the journey of mentor and mentee because of some time constraints. But we are still good friends. I was assigned to the next mentor, DTM Gaura. I was mesmerized with the fact how he understood my expectations from him as a mentor. He asked me, "What are you good at? What are you not so comfortable with? What would you like to focus more on?" With this, he continues to guide me, to provide me constructive feedback so that I keep on improving. These instances have changed, or it has made a clear idea about what mentoring is. I'm fortunate enough that I have received many mentors who have made my journey easier till now. I thought a mentor is someone who will hold your hand and walk along with you. But Toastmasters mentoring has shown me that how a mentor could create a ray of hope for you so that your journey is enlightened. With this, I would like to ask you, what is your ray of hope? Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Pratibha. Mentoring is, of course, one of the most important pillars of Toastmasters journey. When we talk about the value of 7.5 USD, one of the important aspects is the mentoring that we get, the mentoring that we learn how to give as well. Ladies and gentlemen, we are running a little late on the agenda. So without wasting any more time of yours, I'm going to hand over the virtual stage to our general evaluator. Please help me welcome on stage our general evaluator for today, Dev Goyal. Toastmaster Dev Goyal.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Gayatri, for enlightening us on what 7.5 USD is. Thank you so much for such an insightful session. Moving forward, I would like to have on stage the evaluator of the first speaker, Toastmaster Jay Agarwal, with his evaluation. Toastmaster Jay.
Am I visible, audible?
You are not visible, I think, but yeah, you are visible and audible. Perfect.
Okay. Good morning to fellow Toastmasters and especially the speaker one of today, Toastmaster Pooja Mantra. It was a great speech and began with a question. Do you know how clothing came to the world? And this set the tone for the speech. The speaker delved on the evaluation of clothing from Neanderthals to Indus Valley civilization to the present day. The speaker also gave us a sneak peek on the changes in the buying behavior of the customers, wherein earlier most of the clothes were bought from clothier, and then people started moving out to buy clothes, and now mostly people prefer to buy their clothes online. And the reasons for the changes in buying behavior was also touched upon. Thus, it was a well-researched speech. The speaker also narrated a personal anecdote wherein she told about a recent buy wherein she bought something offline and then came back and found that the same clothes was available at a cheaper rate online. So this was an instant audience connect because all of us would have faced this phenomenon sometime in our life. So great work. However, every speech has a scope for improvement. And to take this speech to the next level, I would request you to incorporate more vocal variety in your speech. Like at the beginning of the speech, you asked a question, how do humans cover their body? And then you gave answers like leaves and animal skin. So instead, you could have asked, how do humans cover their body? And then taken a pause and then suggested like leaves, animal skin, and you could have used some props like you could have bought some green leaves and some animal clothing, and then it could have engaged the audience more. Also, I would like you to work upon the structure and content of the speech because initial 2 or 3 minutes were 2 minutes were focused on clothes, but thereafter the speech turned more into consumer buying behavior and how it evolved. So you also told about the revenue figures of some of the e-commerce firms like Amazon and Miso, which I believe was not relevant here. So instead, you could have focused on various kinds of saris like cotton and chiffons and silk, or the evaluation of palazzo from pajamas. So overall, the speech was well researched and engaging. You effectively used personal anecdote to connect with the audience. However, with some work in voice modulation, use of props, and sticking to the content and structure of the speech could have been more engaging and impactful. Thank you. Over to you. Toastmaster
Thank you,
external evaluation.
thank you so much, Toastmaster Jay, for your evaluation. So there are a couple of feedbacks to you, Toastmaster Jay, firstly, before I move on to the first speaker. Uh, Firstly, it's before you start your evaluation, kindly have a line or two from the speech itself. Like, for example, the speech was about clothing. Clothing is an integral part of our life. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters, guests. You have to have a start like this instead of having an abrupt start with a greeting, right? So, this will help you in the contest as well, getting a score in the contest, right? So, this is a way to start your evaluation. Secondly, give a note to the timer while you are introducing your project objectives. Give a note to the timer so that it can help the timer to know what is the timing of the speech. Since there are a lot of speech of 4 to 6 minutes, like the icebreaker, or in other levels, there are 8 to 10 minute speech as well. Mostly the speeches are 5 to 7 minutes, but you need to have a note to the timer as well, right? And one more thing is that kindly do not mention the speaker's name, right? It is the duty of the Toastmaster of the day to mention the name of the speaker, that is Toastmaster Pooja Mohta. You are not required to mention the speaker's name. Other than that, it was a great evaluation. Most of the points that you mentioned were there in my list too, and I was just striking it off. Yes, Toastmaster Jay has covered this point. So, had a great, fabulous evaluation. Thank you, Toastmaster Jay, for it.
Thank you.
Moving on to the speaker, Toastmaster Pooja. You had an amazing start. The content was break down in the introduction very well. Just to have a little more confidence, I think you can stand up and deliver your speech. Instead of sitting down, standing up oozes out with some more confidence, extra confidence. And if we are even forgetting a line from our speech, we can just say anything while we are standing up, since the posture is as such that we can have some other lines, because you are saying something from your experience, from your personal viewpoint, and we are not aware of anything that you are saying, right? So standing up oozes out with a lot of confidence, that is for sure. Other than that, from delivery perspective, you got a start, and after that you were on your own. You just delivered it very perfectly after that. So all in all, an amazing work done by the speaker Toastmaster Pooja and evaluator Toastmaster Jay. Can we have a huge round of applause for both of them? With that, moving on to the evaluator of the second speaker, that is Toastmaster Sweetie. Can we have your evaluation, Toastmaster Sweetie?
A good speech is like a pencil. It has to have a point. Stating this, here I am with my evaluation for Toastmaster Rahul Prasad Tiwari. Good all, and Toastmaster Rahul in particular. Congratulations on successfully completing the project 2 of your level 4 and fulfilling its purpose. Looking forward to hear many more from you. Firstly, your voice is infectious, I would say. Each and every word was well pronounced. You took this courage to come forward and express how you built your public relations and share your stories through this speech. So kudos to you on that. I absolutely loved your idea of starting your speech with questions, and standing and delivering your speech was actually the cherry on the cake. Wonderful it was to hear you when you said you listen to the people who needs you. And I loved your hand gestures at times when you used as a, I would say, wow to that. Said all the very good points. There are a few areas that I feel you may challenge yourself in. I felt you should have modulated your voice as you have the power. Your voice has that power when it is required. Like when you were asking questions, you could have given some pause. When you asked, what is public relations? You have raised the voice in the beginning and then lowered to give it definition. Has anyone here visited RTO office with that energy? You have the energy in the voice. So please bring it out. When you visited your college canteen, that incident when you were saying, I felt you could have added some more elements in your canteen auntie story. I felt personally, like how she looked and turned back and then replied. You could have said that she was standing there with that serious face. When I said, Auntie, do you have sandwich? She just turned and said, yes, wait for 10 minutes. This way. That could add more flavor. And also, you know, to tell the audience what made you build public relations with, that would have been at little. You would have connected to the audience deeper is what I felt. I personally felt that if you could have included some tips or strategies which you had have given to some groups or your friends, maybe to the canteen auntie itself to improve or build her public relations, would have added more colors or flavors to your speech. Avoid usage of crutch words. Keep note on your past and present tenses and usage of the virtual stage. Maybe when you are defining canteen auntie story, you could have kept her on the right and you could have stood on the left, and then you could have just used that stage. So all in all, well-crafted speech it was. I personally felt crafting your speech based on your personal skills to connect people was a good thought to display your creativity. If you may work upon the grammatical aspects, including the voice modulation, would connect your audience side. You can take your speech to the next level. Overall, well prepared and delivered speech it was. Well done, and congratulations again for successfully completion of project, and all the best for your future speeches. Over to you, General Evaluator. And on a lighter note, I'm not expecting any currency nor the 7.5 USD dollars for this evaluation. Thank you.
Very well done. Very well done, Toastmaster Sweetie. So, firstly, I would like to evaluate you before the speaker. The commendation for you is that you had a perfect start, just what I was expecting. And secondly, the beautiful display of recommendation with examples. If you are just saying that you didn't have relevant pauses, you didn't have the voice modulation, the speaker will not understand what you are actually saying.
Yes.
But when you have an example to the speaker that you need to work upon this, and this part of your speech, you can deliver it in this way. The speaker has a clear idea in his mind. Yes, the evaluator is talking about this part. So the speaker is very clear. So well done on that part. But a couple of recommendation to you as well. Just like the first evaluator, you are not allowed to mention the name of the speaker while you are introducing the project objectives, because it is the complete duty of the Toastmaster of the day. You are just required to say the speaker is delivering his level 2 project 3 from the pathway this, all the best to the speaker. That's it. All the best to Rahul. That's not the way. All the best to the speaker. That is the way of presenting your speech objectives, right? And you also need to mention the time, like the time allotted is 5 to 7 minutes for the speech, right? So this is the way to properly lay down your project objectives. Other than that, the second recommendation is that congratulations and looking forward to hear would not be in the introduction of your evaluation. Like you said, right, that you had a quote, you had greetings, then you said congratulations for such an amazing speech and looking forward to hear it, hear you speak again in the next speeches as well, right? So that will be at the very end. Other than that, it was a beautiful evaluation.
All right.
Coming to thank you. Coming to the speaker, Toastmaster Rahul. Toastmaster Rahul, as you were standing up and delivering your speech, again, you were oozing out with confidence and you had properly displayed that with your stage movement, like moving forward, moving back, that was perfectly done. But as Toastmaster Sweetie rightly mentioned, the pauses and modulation, you need to work on that. And other than that, you need to have a suspense part in your speech. Like you cannot say that the title of my speech is a captivating personality at the very start. Have a suspense for the audience. We know that your title is a captivating personality. Now, instead of telling a captivating personality and then defining that is not a right way of starting a speech. Start with something. Start with a rhetorical question. Start with a phrase. Start with a quote, or start with something else. Then greet the audience. Then move on with your content. Then say, this is what a captivating personality is. Right? So this is how you build up a little bit of suspense from your speech. Though we all know about what your title is, but still you need to have a small suspense in your speech. Instead of saying, The quote which I have applied in my life is this. Say say about the quote, and then this has helped me in my life. So this is the way to build a small little bit of suspense through your speech. This might help you in preparing for the ISC and also in your further speeches. Other than that, it was an amazing speech and amazing. We were all engrossed to your speech. Well done, Toastmaster Rahul and Toastmaster Sweetie. So with that, moving forward to the evaluator of the third speaker, that is Toastmaster Mrinal. Can we have your evaluation, Toastmaster Mrinal?
Yes, sure. Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the day, we are just stories. Onus on us how good we make it. Good morning, Toastmaster, dear guest, and specially. So can you highlight it? Sorry to interrupt, Pratibha. So just give me. I just highlighted because I can't see her. Give me a moment. Huh? Sorry for disturbing. Yeah, thank you. And especially thanks to Toastmaster Pratibha for sharing your transformation journey with us. Let me share a few things that you really well. First, audience connection, which is the crucial for any good speaker. And here you share your transformation journey with us about your mentor, your first mentor, your father. And you told that your father identified that you are good in poems and rhyme. So your father tried to record repeatedly and try to be a better version of yourself. So from your school life, you started mentoring from your father. Then you talk about your second stage of your life, that is your school teacher. And they also doing a fabulous job to becoming an effective speaker in your inter-school level. And third part, after a gap, you're talking about your Toastmaster transformation journey between a relation of mentor-mentee. Your first Toastmaster, Manoa, you talk about. You learn a lot of things and benefit of it, not only as a speaker, if you play also auxiliary role player, what are the benefit of that part also, that you clearly identify that. And then you try to interact with the audience. And at the end, you add a questions, what is your ray of hope in the journey Toastmaster? So well done. So with that note, I just want to share audience connection was amazing part. I already mentioned. Second part I'm talking about, that is eye contact. Throughout your speech, you maintain the eye contact. And third part, your Zoom presence or virtual presence. You are exact in the proper position and you try to maintain the hand gesture and posture throughout your speech. So that's all about your commendation part. Now, as a becoming a better version of yourself, I have only one suggestion to your speech that will create a great impact into the next level. That is, I'm talking about your voice modulations and smile. You just smile it. Smile in your presentation. That part was missing. And another thing is just try to add your facial expression and emotion to your speech. So these two is a very critical component to becoming an effective speaker. Like you should excite it. What you learned, are you? What is your ray of hope? So you just stress upon some few words. And when you just try to stretch out few words, you try to speak from your chest. And that you're becoming a more effective speaker. So as a overall, if I summarize, great audience connection, eye contact, Zoom presence. Only recommendation, you could add some voice modulation, smiling, facial expression and emotion. I'm sure your story will inspire generation of Toastmaster to come. Back to you, Toastmaster Dev.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mrinal, for articulating the speaker's evaluation so perfectly. Firstly, the commendation for you, Toastmaster Mrinal, is that you had a very positive approach in the recommendations part of your evaluation that motivates a speaker to do well in the further speeches as the speaker is motivated, right? with a positive evaluation, positive recommendation instead. So very well done on that aspect. But a couple of recommendation Toastmaster Mrinal is that firstly, as the like I already stated in the evaluation 1 and 2, that you are not supposed to take name of the speaker, right? So that is the duty of the Toastmaster of the day. And also you are not required to mention the speech title. Neither you are required to mention the mentor's name. These are all the duties of the Toastmaster of the day, right? So kindly keep this in mind. You just need to follow the convention of the Toastmasters International and also state the time, since so that the timer is clear about the timing, right? Other than that, the project objectives was laid down perfectly. And in your evaluation, Toastmaster Mrinal, the recommendation that I would like to give you is that time management. Toastmaster Mrinal, the yellow screen was on the screen and you started the recommendations then, right? So have a clear cut idea in your mind when to start off with the commendation. And let me share you where did you lose your time. You were telling about the structure of the speaker, and it ended just when the green card was about to be displayed on the screen. That is around 1.50 seconds to 1 minute 55 seconds, right? So the first commendation was so big, and then you told us about the other two commendation when the green card was displayed in the screen, and that left with you with no time to say about the recommendations. You just ran away with your recommendations after that. So since the evaluation contest is going on, right, so you need to finish your commendation minutes and 35 seconds anyhow. You need to make sure about that so that you can spend a lot more time in recommendation, because all the speakers over here are more to learn from what the shortcomings of the speech are. Other than that, a fabulous work done. Just keep in mind about the time management and you will grow more as an evaluator. Toastmaster Mrinal, very well done. Other than that, coming back to our speaker Toastmaster Pratibha Kotle, most of the commendations are covered by Toastmaster Mrinal. But one more commendation which I would like to give you is beautiful transition. The transition was so beautiful that in mentorship project, people fail in transition between their mentorship of the world, like before Toastmasters, and mentorship of Toastmasters. But you displayed it so well. You had a beautiful transition line. The structural aspect of your speech was spot on, as Toastmaster Mrinal rightly pointed out. But I think you can work upon your hand gestures. Most part, I could see a close hand gestures, and in a speech, it is a negative part, right? Since the audience loses the connect with you, and the hands come in between of your body and the audience, right? So instead of that, have a open hand gestures, or in a idle position, you can keep your hands straight, right? So that it does not distract between you and the speaker. And secondly, you lost around 15 seconds by giving your podium to the audience, right? Instead of that, have a raise of hands so that you lose only 3 to 5 seconds. Have a pause after that. Don't give your speaking time to the audience, because 7 minutes and 30 seconds are very precious to you, and you need to utilize this very judiciously. So keep that in mind. And also, at the end, you need to conclude by saying that what is your ray of hope, Toastmaster of the day. Now, what happens in a contest is that if you say what is your ray of hope, then you waited for around 3 seconds, then you told over to you, Toastmaster of the day. Now that over to you, Toastmaster of the day is also counted in your timing, right? So to avoid that, keep it very short. What is your ray of hope, Toastmaster of the day? The end. So that you, if your timing is 7 minutes 32 or 33 seconds, then you are disqualified. You can do nothing about it, and you are disqualified because of that pause that can be avoided. So just keep in mind that. Other than that, a beautiful transition and beautiful structured speech, technically spot on, Toastmaster Pratibha. Can we have a big round of applause for all the three evaluators and all the three speakers? Very well done. Now I would like to evaluate the table topic speakers very quickly and then move on with my tag role players. So coming to the first speaker, that is Toastmaster Abhishek. Do we have him? Yeah, Toastmaster Abhishek is in the meeting. So there's a lot to learn from Toastmaster Abhishek. He had a perfect introduction in the start, right? So the introduction was as such that he told that what is the perfect audience of watching cartoons, right? The kids. Then he had a greeting. Good evening, good afternoon, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmaster, so on. And then he told us about the cartoons, a story of his son. He had an anecdote from his son's life. Spot on pauses, Toastmaster Abhishek. Never seem rushing with your topic, right? So what we do generally is that when we get a table topic, we seem in hurry, right? I don't know what that hurry is all about, but we seem in hurry. But Toastmaster Abhishek had specifically dedicated some pauses in between. No recommendation from you, Toastmaster Abhishek. There's a lot to learn from you and a perfect table topic display. Very well done, Toastmaster Abhishek. Moving forward to the second speaker, Toastmaster Madhusudan. Topic was, how many extra hours do you need in a day and why? You had an inspiring approach in your speech. You told us about how to use the 24 hours that we have judiciously instead of having some extra hours. That was a U-turn from the topic, and many Toastmasters do not have the guts to have a U-turn from the topic, right? So you did that very perfectly. But since the table topic contest is round the corner, I would request you to greet the contest chair or the Toastmaster of the day, the table topic master, and to the audience as well, to have that extra thing in your speech, right? And since you had the time, you could have elaborated on the aspects of the breakdown of your speech, like 8 hours, 8 hours, 8 hours you stated, right? From your life, you could have broke the 8 hours, 8 hours, 8 hours, and you can told us about something more of what to do and that 8 hours to make it more purposeful, right? And then you could have a conclusion that was spot on. But in the body, I think it can be a little more elaborated to take out something more from your speech. Other than that, a table topic perfectly taken, Toastmaster Madhusudan. Next table topic speaker, Toastmaster Rahul Tiwari. Your speech was, if you had a pet dragon, how would your life be? You had a good fictional take to your story, and we were all having a lot of fun with your story because you were saying that you were flying and you would have greeted the good people and you would have destroyed the bad people, right? But I would have urged you to carry more of your speech, right? Carry forward your speech, don't break down. Now, I don't think Toastmaster Rahul is with us. Yeah, he is with us. So one more recommendation to you is that don't repeat the topic. It looks very vague when you are repeating the topic. If you had a pet dragon, how would your life be? Instead, take a 5 seconds pause, right? Repeat the topic in your mind so that you have more clarity. Then you start with the topic. Just repeat it in your mind, right? So whenever the table topic master gives you the topic, if you are repeating it straight away, that does not present a good idea to the contest chair, the chief judge, or the audience and all, and have a proper conclusion to your speech. That is what is required. When you are spreading your speech so much, then you need to have the tightening up in your speech. That can be done by a beautiful conclusion. Other than that, a good fictional take, and we all love your dragon experience while flying in the sky. Thank you, Toastmaster Rahul, for that take. The next speaker, Toastmaster Shushmita. Public speaking on Zoom, like it or hate it. You had an amazing take, and let me tell you why. You thought of utilizing whatever you have and not complaining it. That was a positive aspect in your speech. You could have easily told, yes, I like Zoom meetings, or I don't like Zoom meetings because we are not able to see each other. We have so much technical glitch. Yes, you stated that, but you stated as positively. Now that brings an idea that you are very clear in your mind that what the topic is. And you had an amazing take in that topic. Just a couple of recommendation to you is that you can have relevant pauses in your speech rather than rushing towards your speech. And since you had a question, there are 2 or 3 ways of displaying a question, right? Either end with a question so that the audience is left thinking with what you are trying to say, and or if you're having a question in between, have a 2 seconds pause so that the audience can take away your question and can reiterate in their mind, right? Other than that, a beautiful take, Toastmaster Sushmita, and a very positive take. Well done, Toastmaster Sushmita. Moving forward to Toastmaster Mrinal. Thus, wisdom gives you wealth, or wealth gives you wisdom. Now, you broke down the topic into short term, medium term, and long term, which was very perfectly done. And you also stated the importance of both wisdom and wealth. So, this is what is important in a table topic. To state both the topics, like now, since there were two parts of the speech, so to state both the parts was important, and the time management in this table topic was perfectly done. Just the thing that was missing in your speech was greetings. If you could have greeted the audience and the table topic master, it would have been a perfect table topic speech. Other than that, it was amazing Toastmaster wins. The last table topic speaker was Toastmaster Pooja. A tub of ice cream and heartbreak. Is that really a thing? Now, I'm not very sure if Toastmaster Abhishek is sitting behind and you were afraid of him while taking this table topic, or what the case was. I don't know about that. But what can be done is that you could have, when you get such a topic, you can break the topics, right? Now, what are the keywords that are coming to my mind while listening to this topic? Heartbreak, ice cream. Heartbreak, ice cream. Heartbreak, ice cream. I took a 5 second pause and I spoke about heartbreak and how can I connect it with ice cream, right? So this is the keywords that you can take out from your speech, from the topic, instead of taking the topic overall, right? So keep this in mind while you get a complicated table topic, right? This is how it can help you in the table topic contest as well. Other than that, a beautiful attempt to your individual personal story in this particular topic. Very well done, Toastmaster Pooja. And also, all in all, very well done to all the table topic speakers. You were all amazing. Can we have a round of applause for them? Moving forward to the evaluation of all the role players. Firstly, I would like to evaluate the table topic master. The table topic master, you had an interesting approach of what the traditional approach is of giving numbers. Instead of that, you had a interesting approach of giving some words and picking out the words, and you gave the topics relevant to that words. Now, when the table topic speaker comes on the podium and he gives you heartbreak, then he or she will get a topic based on that, and now the table topic speaker gets comfortable in delivering that particular speech. So very well done on that aspect. You interacted with all the table topic speakers after their speech, which was also very well done, because it is very important to gain the confidence of the table topic speakers, right? But just a couple of recommendation to you is that firstly, you could also mention that guests could change the topic once in your rules, since there was a guest. And the second recommendation is that keep your topics a little short. Now, I would tell you how you can shorten your topics, right? Firstly, does wisdom gives you wealth or wealth gives you wisdom? Cut down. Thus, wisdom gives you wealth. That's it. If the speaker wants to take a U-turn, he or she is free to take this U-turn, right? Cut down. Public speaking on Zoom, like it or hate it. Public speaking on Zoom, that's it. Like it, hate it, accept it, not accept it. That is the approach of the table topic speaker. Now, whenever you give a long table topics, the speaker cannot relate it with it at the very start. Give short and crisp table topics so that the speaker is very, very clear in his or her mind what he or she wants to speak, right? Other than that, the role very beautifully played, had an amazing interaction with all the speakers. That is what I loved in your table topic approach. Very well done, Toastmaster Arindam. Moving forward with our wonderful Toastmaster of the day, distinguished Toastmaster Gayatri Deshmukh. The suspense that you had built up with your theme, that is 7.5 USD, you perfectly justified that suspense, because most of us we were glued to you on what you will be speaking on 7.5 USD. And this is what we expected from you, DTM Gayatri Deshmukh, since you are a veteran in this fraternity, and since the renewals are around the corner. So having a theme like this is very, very important, because renewals of Toastmasters is an important aspect on like we just add new members, but renewals is also an important aspect. So very well done on that aspect, distinguished Toastmaster Gayatri Deshmukh. But a couple of recommendation to you is that you could have a small intro for all the speakers, and also you could have stated the mentors of the speakers while they are on the podium, because mentors work very hard with the speakers on preparing a speech, and it becomes a duty of the Toastmaster of the day to state the mentors of the speaker. Just that could have been added. Other than that, it was a role very beautifully played. Can we have a round of applause for our Toastmaster of the day? So with that, moving forward to the president, that is Toastmaster Mrinal. Toastmaster Mrinal, you had a beautiful interaction at the very start with the audience. Now, since we didn't have any guests, that was justified, since you took a couple of minutes to ask something from the audience, what they think about Toastmasters or what their experience is on, because this becomes very important on retention of members. Like retention is a very important aspect of Toastmasters. So this was a thing very well done. You introduced the Toastmaster of the day very perfectly, and that was very perfectly done. Other than that, I would like to highlight two things that you missed out. Firstly, it was the minutes of the meeting. I think that could have been implemented in your presiding officer role. Secondly, you could have started the meeting with a bang of gavel. If we don't have a gavel with us, since it is in a physical meeting, you could have banged the desk, you could have clapped your hands, or something of that sort, which could have been implemented, which we do it in the physical meeting. Other than that, I would like to state one more thing, that first complete all your
Is it a technical
Am I audible?
glitch from?
Am I audible?
Yeah.
I think, yeah. I think it is on the website only.
Yeah. Let us hold on for a minute until he comes back.
Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes.
Now you're
yes,
audible.
you are.
So perfect, Toastmaster Mrinal. That was all from my end. And lastly, I would like to highlight something about the Sergeant at Arms, which I would give him personally, since I don't see him in the meeting. So the last recommendation from the for the club is that if you are highlighting something like please rename yourself, it should be between the speakers, right? Between the speakers comes up on the podium, and the previous speakers go like they take an exit, right? You cannot highlight these points during a speaker is delivering his or her speech, since it distracts a speaker, right? So since there is a rule that the exit and entry can be done only when the speakers complete their speak, or while a shake of hands in a physical meeting, so this implies the same here. Please rename yourself should be given in not in between the speakers, right, when they are delivering your speech. This thing can be kept in mind. Other than that, the meeting was started in time, and the speakers were spotlighted, the agenda was set up properly, everything was spot on from the club's aspect. Very well done. Now I would like to take the report from my tag role players. Firstly, I would start with the timers report. Toastmaster Shushmita, can you please highlight your report?
Yeah, hello everyone. I will share my screen.
Sure, please.
Speaker 1, Toastmaster Pooja, has taken 6 minutes 4 seconds. Speaker 2, Toastmaster Rahul, has taken 7 minutes 24 seconds. Toastmaster Pratibha has taken 7 minutes 32 seconds. We are giving her benefit of doubt. This could be a manual error also. Table topic, coming to table topic. Table topic speaker 1, Toastmaster Abhishek, has taken 2 minutes 17 seconds. Table topic speaker 2, Toastmaster Madhusudhan, has taken 1 minute 26 seconds. Table topic speaker 3, Toastmaster Rahul, has taken 1 minute 10 seconds. Table topic speaker 4, Toastmaster Shushmita, has taken 2 minutes 5 seconds. Table topic speaker 5, Toastmaster Mrinal, has taken 2 minutes 7 seconds. Table topic speaker 6, Toastmaster Pooja, has taken 1 minute 39 seconds. Evaluator, coming to evaluator, Toastmaster Jai has taken 3 minutes 24 seconds. Evaluator 2, Toastmaster Sweetie has taken 3 minutes, bang on time, 3 minutes 30 seconds. And Toastmaster Mrinal, 3 minutes 46 seconds. So it is on higher side. So Toastmaster Mrinal is disqualified from voting. Thank you, and over to you, Mr. General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shushmita, for your crisp report. Just a recommendation to you is that if you are displaying your screen, then it's not required to read out each speaker's name, right? You can just keep it in the screen for 5 to 10 seconds, right?
Yeah, sure.
And also, it's not necessary to put the word of the day in the timer screens since it distracts the speaker. Now, it can be noted down. It's just a small recommendation that can be done. It's not necessary. It's up to you to do it or not. So all in all, very well done, Toastmaster Shushmita. You had a perfect intro, perfect like Excel slide, and you did your job perfectly. Moving forward with the R counter, Toastmaster Priyesh, can we have your report, please?
Hi, my report is as follows. Toastmaster Pooja used R several times, had one long pause and one repetition. Toastmaster Dev used R's several times. Toastmaster Jay had used 2 R's and 2 Ms. Toastmaster Mrinal Kanti Ghosh used so several times. Toastmaster Sweetie used R once, and Toastmaster Arindam had one repetition. All the other speakers were flawless. That's all. Thank you.
Perfect, Toastmaster Priyesh. Thank you so much for letting us know on how we can improve in our counters aspect. Perfectly done. The role perfectly played. Moving forward to our Renan Martin of today, that is a grammarian Toastmaster Madhusudan. Can we have your report as well? Toastmaster Madhusudan.
Hello, everyone. The word of the day was currency. It never gained currency during this 3 hours. During these 3 hours of our meeting, this 2 hours, sorry, this 2 hours of our meeting, because it was used thrice by Toastmaster of the day and once by General Evaluator, and it is generally said, put into practice what you preach. I used it once. And moreover, this I was very much fascinated by the words you say of Toastmaster Mrinal, this presiding officer, with regard to the short term, mid term, and longer term. Whatever we do, we'll do it for longer term. That is the key takeaway point. And one more thing, ray of hope by one of the speakers. We always look for the brighter side. Future will always be bright. And Toastmaster of the day used the word to getting connection by associating with Toastmasters Club. So we need connection, which is indeed a connection indeed for Toastmaster. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Madhusudan. Our role perfectly played, and thank you for letting us know on how we can improve on grammatical aspects as well. So can we have a huge round of applause for all the tag role players as well? With that, that's all from me and my tag team and all my evaluators today. Would like to hand over the podium to our wonderful Toastmaster of the day, distinguished Toastmaster Gayatri Deshmukh. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. General Evaluator, for that report. I would conclude the meeting. We are already a lot over time. Please help me welcome on stage our presiding officer, our president, Mrinal Kanti Ghosh. Over to you, Mrinal.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Gayatri, for inviting me on the stage. So I think small request to all of you. Voting link is already shared in the chat box. Please vote. And with that, I think thank you so much to all the role players doing amazing jobs, all the 3 speakers, 3 evaluators, Toastmaster of the day. We know the benefit of 75 US dollar. I thought we should invest in the share market, but something that is related to our own development, to your own skill development. And this is a need. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a need of hour for nowadays. So apart from that, I think thanks to, I must clap for our GE Dev, Toastmaster Dev, for your in-depth evaluations. We learn a lot of new things, new aspects that we can apply as a whatever role we should play. And thanks for your valuable time on today. And I just urge you whether Kamal, everyone is voted or till is remaining. So I think we are already.
I'll take 1 more minute. I'll take just 1 minute.
Okay. I think almost 5 minutes already over. So any feedback from anyone? I'm not mentioning any particular name. Any feedback of the meeting and what are the things we need to improve to becoming a better club? So coming to Toastmaster Rahul, anything from your side? Which are the things, any 1 or 2 sentences we can improve in our club, or
Greetings.
which you like the most about today's meeting?
Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Mindal. Greetings once again. The thing which I liked from the starting of the meeting 10:10 it was, and it's 12:21. It's engaging from both sides, like a tension maintained from the speaker side, evaluator side. Everyone is engaging. That we are unable to find out that how these 2 hours were gone, because we have enjoyed so much the interacting, and it was a well structured meeting conduction by the Toastmaster Sushmita, and all we all contributed on the same. And my feedback is that I enjoyed. I delivered a speech and got a genuine
thank you so much
evaluation that could make me a better speaker and improve my speech at the next level. So overall, it was amazing, and I will also try to connect with you in coming next meetings. So that's all from my side. Over to Toastmaster Mrinal.
Thank you so much. So Toastmaster Pratibha.
Thank you, Mrinal, and whole Toastmasters Club for giving me an opportunity to attempt this speak. It is always a wonderful experience to try this speech in another club, so that it gives a confidence and new learning. So I learned a lot of things today. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you so much. So I think results is already with me right now. Any guesses for best primary role player? Any guesses from any audience?
Dev.
Absolutely right. Bang on. So Dev Goel, congratulations to becoming the best primary role player. Secondary role player, any guesses? Toastmaster Susmita Samanta. Next, coming for the most exciting part, best speaker of the day. So congratulate Toastmaster Pratibha becoming the best speaker of the day. Next, best evaluator, Toastmaster Sweetie. Hearty congratulations, Toastmaster Sweetie. Now coming for best table topic speaker. Any guesses?
Abhishek Mehta.
Mrinal.
Yes, bang on. Toastmaster Abhishek Mehta is a today table topics best speaker. So with that, we'll share the certificate which each one of you by today or by tomorrow. I'll connect individually and share with all of you. So with that, we are now officially close our meeting.